So a lot of people were once again impressed by Deontay Wilder's punching power in the Robert Helenius fight. And they're assuming that a lot of heavyweights out there won't want any smoke with him after seeing that. But one heavyweight who apparently does want all that smoke is Joyce. After the Helenius fight, he's come out and said, "I'd love to fight Deontay Wilder in Las Vegas." He said, quote, "That's a big fight. I'd love to fight him in Las Vegas. American fans know who I am. I train in Vegas. It'd be an interesting fight to make down the line. He's obviously got phenomenal power. It's those kind of fantasy matchups that get everyone talking. It's a good feeling. I already knew my abilities like I always knew I would get there. And now I'm kind of there, so there's plenty of great fights for me to be part of." He goes on to say, "I'm obviously in a good position as the WBO interim champion. That means I could be getting elevated to full champion very soon if Usyk doesn't want to fight me when they call their mandatories. I don't know. There are so many good fights out there. If anyone wants to give me a call, I'm ready." So those are the words of the juggernaut Joyce. And loads of people in boxing have wanted to see this Deontay Wilder Joyce fight because they want to find out if Joyce's apparently iron jaw can stand up to Deontay Wilder's phenomenal right hand. They see it as some kind of bizarre experiment, right? Personally, I don't think Joyce will be going in there taking the kind of risks that we saw him take against Joseph Parker, because I think he probably knows that Deontay Wilder's right hand would hurt him. Joyce has been down in the amateurs. He's been stopped in the amateurs. I'm sure he knows he could be stopped again. I don't think he wants to give people what they want to see necessarily and hand his chin on a plate to Deontay Wilder to test it. So I would expect Joyce to fight quite a technical fight against Deontay Wilder. And Joyce, as we saw against Daniel Dubois, can fight a technical fight. When he wants to do that, he can do it. He doesn't have to go in there and start swinging like George Foreman, as he has done, for example, in the Joseph Parker fight. And even in the early rounds against Parker, he was a little cautious because he wanted to see what Parker had. Once he tasted a few Parker right hands, he felt, and this is me obviously assuming, judging based on what I saw in the ring, it appears as though he felt, I don't rate this guy's power. I'm just going to start letting my hands go on him. If I get clipped a few times, whatever, this guy can't hurt me. That's how it appeared to be to me, that he just didn't rate Parker's power. With Deontay Wilder, I'm sure he'll rate his power. Is there a chance that if Joyce takes Deontay into the later rounds, starts wearing him down, and Wilder's power isn't quite what it was earlier on, that Joyce could start letting the hands go with reckless abandon? Yeah, maybe. But even in late rounds, Deontay Wilder has shown the ability to pull out a knockout punch, or at least a knockdown punch we saw in the 12th round of the first Tyson Fury fight. And there have been fights in the past for Deontay Wilder. So, for example, Johann Duopa, he stopped him late. In fact, I think that's one of the few fighters who Deontay Wilder never managed to drop, was Johann Duopa. And I'll come on to that in a separate video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Joyce saying he'd love to fight Deontay Wilder in Las Vegas. However, one caveat I'll add is that in the quote here, he did say, "I'd like to fight him down the line." So, he says he wants all the smoke, but how soon does he want that smoke? To be fair, I don't think Deontay would be rushing to fight Joyce right now, because Joyce doesn't have the commercial value of an Anthony Joshua, an Alexander Usyk, etc. And I have to imagine that Deontay wants meaningful fights at this stage. He isn't just looking to go in there and fight any and everybody. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you're tired of the biased narratives and mass censorship on mainstream platforms, and you want to be part of a community of critical thinkers who love free speech just as much as you do, then come and join me on Patreon and access my weekly no-holds-barred, censorship-free podcast where we lift the lid on a wide variety of controversial topics. It's not mainstream friendly, it's not politically correct, but that's the whole point. We dare to stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. Just head on over to my Patreon page and select the tier called Hatman Hot Topics. You'll gain access to a minimum of 2 hours of exclusive content every single week, including podcasts, videos, interviews, live stream Q&As, as well as my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. Not to mention a vast back catalog of hundreds of hours of previous episodes. You can listen via the Patreon app with the option to download in high quality MP3. We've also got an Element group where you can come and chat and hang out with myself and other members. Unlike Discord, it has full end-to-end encryption, is decentralized, and it's 100% censorship free. You can also send voice notes as well as much larger audio and video files than you can on Discord. So come and sign up on Patreon. There's no contract, there's no commitment. You can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a cup of coffee. So I'll see you over there. I'm out.